Hello and welcome back. Right, we have 500 out of 500. The final berths, 97%, so must be some berths today. We'll have a quick look at that. We are down to absolutely brass tacks. We are bought. Yeah, we are. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. Reproduction, puberty, reproduction, puberty nearly out. Puberty very close to being out, and those that are born today that has finished us off to the full 500. So only a few months and our 500 sheep are completely adults. We have 2 of these left. We had a good skirt around the map last session. I'm quite pleased about that. Food 15, water at 9,000. Let's go and sort that out. Yes, so I'm hoping that things are going to start to settle down a little. Let's have a quick look. While that's doing that, let's have a check, because this is close, and I am right. I am willing to sacrifice. Yeah, maybe. It is strange. I'm sure I'm right. I think it's 600 and something, so that was 4,100 and something. So, right, so we need to fill that. And that's the point. Let's have a look. Right, we do need a little bit more water, so let's overload first, and then we'll fill. Now, I think I've just... No, that's fine. Right, smashing. Right, food. Let's get these filled. I am right though. I am. If we have to. Wow, look at what we're getting. Right, this lot we are going to take to our original one. Yeah, now that's the point. Let's get out now. I think it's the reverse. I think I'm right. If I'm correct, now before I did, obviously in editing, you look closely at what you did to see if you. I was standing about here, so I actually was quite a long way away. Yeah, no, that's not actually unfolding that. So let's see if we lower that. Because to me, it would seem to be happier. It bends the. I mean, just look at the angle on that. Yeah, that's not doing anything. When I do the thing to do that, and then if I try and do the normal ones, detach PTO Blizzard FS60 first. So then if I lift that, no, again, which is the way that it attached. I was right. It was, that did actually work. It will not allow me to detach the PTO with the keys, so something's not quite right, which is a little bit. It is. I'm trying to play ultra realistically, but this is actually fighting me. Oh wow! So it's that finicky about position. Oh my love! I've got to try and find the sweet spot then. It's not there. It is. Yeah, I'm right though. I mean, I'm glad I did. I sort of did think about that as I was. Let's have a look. I'm thinking, is it the white dot or... Yeah, I do apologise for this, but we've got to try and get to the bottom of this, because it is ridiculous, really. That's me holding that for absolutely ages, and it did sort of work. It's very starty. But yeah, we can't have this. It's. I mean, trying to play realistically is one thing, but it's fighting me, and not only on certain things. I wonder if it's this particular mod. If I'm honest, what we could do is a little bit of testing. Yeah, let's do. I hate doing this, as you know, and this is an ultra realistic, but it is also the game mechanics that is actually fighting us. So let us just try and no. Oh, I can't get to it, can I? Of course I can't. Won't let me get it. Right, okay. Yeah, there's too many implements near me, if I'm honest. My favourite words, if I'm honest. Hang on a minute, can't I make that drop by... No, you've got to make a change. We could change the tyres if we've already bought them. It's a bit of a pain though to do that. It's going to cost us. Care wheels, we're probably going to need them at some point. Right, now that's at least now we can swap between them to make that drop, because that really is. So if we attach that now, no, I am not going to stick that back on. What we're going to try is we're going to try to grab the Joskin and see if we have the difficulty with that the same, because that's almost identical. So we've got to get to the bottom of this. It is ridiculous. It could just be certain mods, and then I'm going to have to steer clear of those particular mods on any ultra-realistic series. Truly. Right, let's push that around square so it's more believable. Right, so now then, let's try and attach. Yeah, see, that's not attaching. But do we need to add that? Now that is raised. No, that's raised. And that's the position that the PTO needed. Mind you, this is only wires. Right, okay. So it's actually the PTO that's giving me jib, not the wires. The wires, I've never had any problems. Well, apart from that time when we did see the crash. Right, so we need to disconnect the wires, and then we need to lower. And then we need to disconnect. Right, okay. Well, yeah, we're going to have to test. This is a bit of a nightmare. It is, because it's making things very difficult. Right, so then we are trying our absolute utmost to keep this without having to sell it. I really don't want to do that. If us selling that for 60 grand is going to stop it, then most farmers are willing to, yeah, do that type of thing. Right, we do need to feed our... Yeah, so, right. Actually, that is a point. Yeah. Shift this out of the way a little. Yeah, let's grab this, because this does everything, really. I mean, to be honest, yeah, let's grab those. One of the few things we can actually grab traditionally. Spikes down. I do love this. I've got to be honest, I am really impressed with the Kramer. Really impressed. The way it turns, the speed, everything about it. Just, I need to, yeah, obviously find somewhere to refuel it. Say that's not far off. Yeah, I'm aiming for realism. Let's do it. It's not quite right. That's a bit too far. That's better. Yes, because this is the one we had difficulty with last time. The wires wouldn't connect, so we do know that it's not perfect. It isn't. Right, we need to start filling grass. Right, let's take that in. Yes, got to hope that the tick-ups and everything are enough that it's going to put a little bit of grass in. Otherwise, as I say, it's not the end of the world. I don't mind at all. It's just the time element, if I'm honest. Again, will you please stop saying those words? Right. Yes, this is... I'm hoping that you will stick with me a little bit, and I'm hoping it does get a little bit more interesting. I mean, I know some of it obviously is. It's not... I do like the ultra-realistic side, but this is a start that I've never ever tried. It really is, so... 27, that's going to be quite a bit. Yeah, one more. Let's... yeah, let's fill it. I want to go as... I don't want... Oh, it is, I am right. It's 1800 every day, isn't it? The cost to fill this. Quite pleased though, because it is training me to be good shutting the gates. It is. It's making me more conscious of that. But I've got to be honest, on my first couple of FS19 Let's Plays, I think I was a little bit bad at that. If I'm going to say it again, aren't I? No, I am not. So any trouble with habitual sayings that we all say? That is probably the saying I hear in editing more than anything, if I'm honest. That I say so frequently, so I am trying. It is hard though to be nearly said it again. It is habitual sayings, the things you say the most. I know we're all aware of it. Even Mr. CDP says he's got his sayings that he says all the time. I think everybody has, but yeah, it does annoy me. Not quite far enough out. I always have that tendency to not quite allow myself enough room to sort of squeeze past. Got to get better. But as the old saying goes, practice makes perfect, indeed. I think this will, if you will stick around with me, I think this has got the potential to actually go quite good. It's just this initial... It is, this initial start. I think, obviously, we are getting lower than I have... Ooh, pouring the grass on that poor sheep. That's a little bit horrible. Yes, so we need to grab... Yeah, let's take this out. I do like the fact that we can actually sort of push the things onto the auto load. And I know in some ways, obviously I could do the... yeah, I don't know how... Please let me know if you... Because that is the one thing I am going to say. It's an auto load. But we have seen, I did try to play this totally realistic, where I was only using a manual, and we've seen what happens. It's not me trying to be horrible, it is the fact that, now remember, yeah, you cannot just get rid of that, you have to literally get outside and go like that. Oh, did I reconnect? No, I didn't, it was just settling. Yeah, we did try the let's just do this by the pallet fork malarkey. I mean, I suppose I could have a bit of a compromise and go, right, let's actually, yeah, I've got that way too far out. We could do the big bag winch. At least that would sort of... I suppose we could do with Mr. CDP, where he's on about where you literally do... Oh my life, that's way up. It's not far off square though. Right, hit the floor. Come very slightly. And grab that... Oh, it's not working. No, not... Oh, it is. It's about perfect. So why is that not slipping in? Yeah, I am literally underneath the... Right, okay. Oh, you know. We could do this another way, though. We could. Yeah, there is more than one way to skin a cat. And no cats were harmed in this video. Definitely not. Right, let's try and push. They don't push very well, though. Trouble is that I always think that makes it look even worse. It's sort of, I think people would rather see it just... Yeah, because it's not behaving very nicely. Right, let's... It should actually, to be honest, now pick itself up, because it does, yeah, it does let you get very close. Oh, come on, we can do this. Let's sort it. Yeah, let's just... Faith. Don't give in. See, this is, yeah, it's even Mr. Silly P's frequently said that. It just won't let go. It's so... This is what ruins things, because it is, I think the only way you're going to do this is something like the big bag winch, because it just refuses to let go. It's silly. And then it looks... Then it takes too long, and then the content gets strained. It is ridiculous. Right, do you know something? No, even that is not happy. Has it crashed? Because that's the only reason I know why that wouldn't pick that up off the floor level. Ah, excellent. Right, okay. I do think I'm right. Obviously, we can't afford 8 grand, but I don't think as soon as we touch this, it is going to literally do what it has been doing, which is to go mad. So I've got little option, but to play unrealistically to actually make this. I can see why other content creators obviously do the where you can hand lift, because yeah, the game isn't ready for ultra realism on this particular part, which is why I wanted the auto load sort of section, because it's not ready. It really isn't. You can see that so plainly. Right, no, let's not park in that square. That is not at all right. So then we want to load that. Now we have a clear run backwards. And we do have mirrors. Oh, still can't work out what that mirror does there, other than look at your front. Right, okay. I do love the view on this though, I've got to say. I am very impressed with the Tatra. Ooh. Yeah, you'd forgotten that was there. Yeah. Now then, can we get that through there? Well, I think we should do what you would in real life, which is to... I think we can. We seem to be well over to the left. Well over. I think the answer to that is... So 19 tons. The other one's got plenty. We put well over 25 tons, so we're going to do the same in this one. I do think a long way down the line, as I said, I do think that we definitely will move this, but by that time it probably will be worthless. What's that? Oh, cool. I think it was the shadows of the birds. Right, so we need to let that go. So I want to drive well past this. And then when we were about the end of the concrete, we will unload that. And we should see our factory products all disappear into there. Or not. No. Well. Ah. Smashing. Right, no walking around. Yeah, we've done our feeding. Let's get this month gone. I want to see... Yeah, so let's scientifically do this to see, because I'm not sure it's 600, it's supposed to be 1,000, but I'm not sure that the 4,202 at 8:30 in the morning, so... No, let's take the Tatra. Why am I... It's going to be that uneven. What are we stuck on? I can't see any reason why that would be stuck. But it's not moving at all, either forwards or backwards. Well, it looks like the back wheel isn't touching, but... And it's, yeah, it's hovering on grass, I think. Don't you just love game mechanics? Would that happen in real life? Well, you can definitely lose a vehicle You know, sometimes you feel that everything is against you, and that is right now. And there's no point in looking at the sales, even if we, yeah, it's like, so 8 o'clock is fine. Gordon Bennett, it goes with my day. Yes. 360, so we actually we did gain a little, 4, 5, yeah, about £100. Ooh, and we're on dollars. I knew that the second I said pounds. Right, smashing. Now we're on what we should be. Now let's see. I still don't think. I think the grass has got me. I think what we're going to have to do is something I've done before, which is to grab the bucket, and yeah, you have to grab the grass. Is that realistic? Not particularly. So we are getting 10 tons a day. What are we down to? Yeah, let's grab you. Let's drop you down. And no, we have brought the buckets out now. We have. And the big buckets. Where's the... Yeah, well, actually, I'm not bothered about the big bucket. Oh, no, this is the big bucket. No, it's not. This is the 2-tonner. Have we got the forks out? No, we haven't. This will do nicely. Yeah, we just need to get some of that grass out of the way. And we should then rescue the Tatra, which shouldn't really be hovering on a bank of grass in real life. Right, let's have a look. Now then, did we manage to... that is a point. Did we manage to finish that? We were at 4-2, and it is half an hour, so nearly 23 and a half hours have passed since that time. And we have 4,919, so actually it's 700 knots, so it isn't 1,000. It is, like I said, it was about 600, and I'm not far off. Right, so 700 a day. Right, is this here? Now, what is the food at? Oh, wow. 20 odd tons per day and 10 tons of water every single day. Now then, let's have a look at that bucket. Yeah, this is not so easy to try and get the level. That didn't look like it had actually done anything. Can we try and push it a little? It looks like it is actually sort of on a bank. Now, if it's a rear wheel drive, it obviously for some reason seems to be hanging in the ground, which it shouldn't be. See the wheel spinning. Hooray! Well, yeah, realistic. That's not bad. Right, let's grab another 15 tons. So we're not actually staying ahead at the minute. We should be. The one good thing is we should have that 60, yeah, that's in the morning. It should be ready completely. So let's get another load of grass. One will do us to get to the morning, and don't forget we need water more than anything. Now, we should pretend we shan't mention... Ooh. Yeah, we shan't mention the fact that you were bashed into that gate, and that's... yeah. You expected no one to notice. This is true. Right, let's get this. 114 odd ton. No, it's nearly 15 tons, which, yeah, it's not bad. We're losing 5 tons a day. So, yeah, we are minus 700 every single day. It's not far off, I don't think. Oh, it is. No, that's not bad. what I call dangerous. 897 to 900. So it's 800. It is. It's a lot actually. Wow. Yeah. It's well. I suppose that my maths was not too bad. If I'm honest. Again, there you go with it. Yeah, it is true. I did. Oh, it's going to take a while to try and eradicate and change that saying. It is. I can't quite get. Oh, do you know? Just a little bit further. I want to put a mark on the ground. Right, let's tip this and let's go and grab the water. And okay. Ah. Right. Actually, if we 4922, I think if we speed time up, I don't think we need to wait that long. Although we do know, as we can see, it's very slow. It's still less than 1 ton. And I suppose it is interesting to see at what point it actually pops. I'd say about 10:30. Wow, not bad, not bad. Right, let's check the price and see how badly it has become. We've got no choice. It is true. Like I said, really, it's beggars can't be choosers. If we have to take a sacrifice, 13.7. 13.6 though at the supermarket and dropping. So yeah, it is. It's on its heavy decline, isn't it? Really. But it does say on the rise. No, it doesn't at the supermarket, and we can't sell it at our own place. Only other people would sell it. Right, so we need to grab those clothes. Are we going to take the... I think we will do what we've done always, which is... No, let's take that outside. Yeah, we'll... Ooh. No, this has not got nice spikes. I do think as soon as we can we buy the big bag winch though for a little bit, because I'd like to try and sort of go for semi-realism with grabbing the things and dropping them next to the auto load, so at least I'm actually trying my utmost within the poor... No, let's not insult the game. It is, well, I suppose it is poor game mechanics. It is at present. It's not good, is it? Let's be truthful. Right, let's grab that. And that. And let's drop that against the wall. Yeah, let's get it a bit leveler though. Yes, I am. Of all the vehicles I've got to be honest, I have not had the Kramer at all, and I am well impressed. I would definitely have this again. Now, oh, you've not got it selected. I was going to say I should be able to get rid of that. Right, yeah, I do think big bag winch for a little semi-realism, because this is causing more trouble than a lot, because it's sort of catapulting things along. It is, which that's not realistic at all. Now we could actually... No, there's plenty. We put 25 tons in on both of them, so obviously the other one's going to be ticking along nicely, but as we know, that is going to take... What is that? If it's 700 per day, that's 7,000 would take 10 months. So that would mean to get 5,000 is about 7,000, 10, 7, 7, 8, 4, 8,400 litres per year if it's 700. So it is pretty much 1.5 per one. Now obviously that doesn't really help us, but that's 1.5 full pallets of clothes every single year, which means on some years there's going to be 2, like we did the first year, or Yeah, when I was not realising about the patient side of things. Right, let's get those bolts. That's not far off level. Let's just check and see if I'm right. Yeah, not far off. Now it's. Let's see if we can do this without hitting the ground. Now, obviously the levelness of the ground should be about there. If the ground is level. Right, okay. Right, let's check. Right, that's way out. And we're not, yeah, we need to go to the left a little. He says. That's to me. Somehow is not. Now then, realism, remember. Look backwards. Yes, they're still there. I thought I'd lost them, but I think it was. Ooh, right. Oh dear. That's what I'm saying. It really is. Now, obviously, we've seen what happens if you put the spikes properly in them. It actually seems to cause more of a reaction than little. Now, I don't know if this happens to all spikes or whether it's just this set or whatever, but I've got to take it that, well, the other thing is, we're supposed to be being realistic, so truthfully, even if it is certain sets of spikes, you can't tell that just by looking, can you, really? So I think compromise, even though we can ill afford 8,500, I think it is, for the big bag winch, we shall sell these, not for getting money back, but for the realism element of it. I'm almost tempted to let them have it, but I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Now the other, yeah, the other thing is the yes, resetting. We've got, because we know it's resets right down at the bottom. We are going to have to be very careful. We are. Yes, for the first time on camera on my Stone Valley, I've actually, yeah, used super strength because it did fit the situation. It did, and it is a little bit like this. It's more for the. Gordon Bennett. Yeah. So first thing we are going to buy is the big bag winch. Yeah, I do apologise for, yeah, the sort of semi-realism, because but as you can see why. Yeah, it's not, I'm not making this up. This is not some sort of, ooh, yeah, please don't shoot this off. Yeah, I suppose that's it. It might add, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, we've seen what happens when it does that. Right, let's let this car go. And then there's nothing behind it. Yes, there is quite a bit of stress already without wondering if this is going to cannonball across the map. That's my point. Yeah, right, indicate. Was a car there. Well, yeah, but that's, yeah, oh, of course, we've got that super duper new tractor. I had forgotten. Yeah, that obviously skinted us as well. So I suppose, yeah, really, you know, we're not doing that badly. Oh, moments of truth. Yeah. Oh, 68. That's could have been a lot worse. I suppose that 8's going to pay for our big bag winch. Now I'm not worried about food anymore. Yes. So, big bag winch, we are going to drop this off, sell this, and trade it in for a new product on the market called the big bag winch. Yeah, we're fine. Nothing coming at the minute. Indicate left. Switch the indicator off, and let's drop that about there. Oh. Got a minute. You can see the Kramer, but you can't see the... Okay, well that's interesting. Right, okay then. Yes, there's a few mods in the mod hub today that I've got. I've got a 3-ton tank for fuel, which is by... I do know. I do know. Right, anyway, for now, it'll come to me. I always find if you chase, I think it is under front loader tools, even though it's also, you can swap this. And we're going to go for, we want front loader. Let's go for Kramer. It's a bluey green. It is actually. That's so close to the Boykman. Okay, 8,200. It's not quite as. Ooh. Now, where is that going? Do not reset. Yes, let's have a look on the map. Did I do that to the field? Okay, that's interesting. It's not showing the orange disc. I've reset it, but it's not showing the glowy. Well, that's that is terribly interesting. Where has he gone? Well, imagine it's down at the farm. Let's repair this, and well, we've got a little bit of money. We can afford plenty. Do we do our master plan at present? Now, if I remember rightly, let's have a see how much the front 3-point link is, because it's not actually that expensive. No, it wasn't. Right, this is a beauty of a tractor as well as being very fast. Now, I think personally, mind you, you say that. Yeah, and on the below, this is what I said really earlier, was the fact that, it's easy to blow the money, and we are literally on a shoestring, but I do think we ought to grab another, if we put another one down, instead of going so emergency, into like emergency funds, I think if we do, and then cycle through, I'm trying to think whether I do this off camera, because you know what's going to happen, and it is like watching paint dry. I think until what I ought to do is a little bit for once. It's not a time lapse type thing, but it's very predictable what we're doing, and it is like watching paint dry. I think what we ought to do is we'll place the lorts down now. If I will obviously cycle through the days, I'm going to feed the animals. I think the one thing I would like to do though is what I said. The backs for that are very, very reasonable. I suppose we ought to be looking at the sales now, because you could get a very reasonable trailer. You could. Where's a harvester? Oh wow, that's very reasonable for a small. Now I wish they were in at the beginning of the base game, because that's quite doable. Right, let's switch the engine off for 1 minute. Let's have a quick run around, because I can't see. I would have thought it was around here. Ah, it is. Smashing. Excellent. Right, let's pick that up. Was I right? Yeah, it is bluey green. I was right. Mr. Yeah. I did actually notice correctly. Of course, it's nothing. There isn't anything like that in the colour, but it was as bluey green as yeah, completely different. Yeah, but there's nothing close to it, so yeah, there's not really a lot I can actually do about that. It's going to be quite difficult to nudge that. Let's try and get it as realistically as possible, though. Right. It's going to be... Oh no, I can see the shadow, actually. That's not bad. It's not that unbelievable, is it, really? I'm not being funny. Yeah, it's certainly better than shooting things, catapulting things across the map. That really is terrible. Right, so I think what I am going to do is exactly that. I am going to feed the animals. Am I going to grab a back off that? Because they are very reasonable, even anyway. The only thing I am going to say, and I do stick to what I said, it is... Am I seriously going to do what I'm thinking of doing? Well, what is its value? This is not because I don't like it. I've got to be honest. It's gorgeous. It really is. But I don't think it suits the map. How much? 23,932. Obviously, the auto load back is, I think, what we should have done. Well, we couldn't have done it back then. Yeah, I think I'm right. I think I would probably go for the TLX 2020, but we saw that on special, of course, and I couldn't afford it. So, is that a double or a single? It's double, so we can get out. I think we're going to do exactly that. We're going to take that up to the shop and sell it. It is too, for what we want to do, this isn't suiting what we're doing. We've got a tractor. That tractor's nice and fast. I think we could get the, is it the Beukman? Something like that. It's not Bergman, is it? Right, I think that's right. And if we get something in the sales, some kind of vehicle, then again, I'm quite happy with the tractor. That tractor's fast. I mean, the Deutz is not terrible. Oh, of course, yeah, you have to step into the field and then it works perfectly. Right, so let's take this up. Yeah, let's at least make a session out of this, and then I do ask for your comments on this. Yes, would you prefer me to actually, because I think, as I said last time, and I was wrong, that one more year, if we bought another one right now, well, obviously we're going to sort of settle this up at the shop, because it's too big for these roads. It really is. For these single track roads where we are going is more, yeah, truck territory, I think. Yeah, that's scraping something. Ooh. The wall. Yeah, let's go backwards like that. The trouble is we are hitting the hedge. Yeah, I mean, we can see that we are well straddling the road. I think something like the TLX 2020 would be better, and it is what I actually chose for this the very first time. But I think for now, we will stick to the tractor, which is quite fast. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. I should have muted that completely. I'm sure you'd still hear that in the background. Yes, terrible one that caught me out the other day on Stone Valley. I had to edit it out. I hate that when you get one of those sudden sneezes that literally comes from nowhere and literally, yeah. So it is. We'll look for something like the TLX, because obviously the speed element of that is perfect. This is, but you can't even get this up to any kind of speed because it's just way too big. TLX is, yeah, no bigger than the tractor, really. Right, indicates. Yeah, it is with great regret that I am... yeah, because I do love the hook lifts, but it's just too big for this. Ah, okay. Yeah, this is a 31, 32 miles an hour one, so it's quite fast for these type of roads. Now why are you switching that off? Yeah, and that is annoying. Yeah, that is. I suppose that's the other thing as well. It is. Yeah, right. I heard the click. Right. Okay. Up to 90,000, and we want a auto load. I'm going to go. Now this is one I have tried a lot, and I prefer this to almost any other kind of auto load. Now I know there's the Rawley Christie ones, I think it is the Rawley Christie ones, and do you know, if we were going for the H2 Studios ones, that is a point. How much is the cheapest TLX 2020? We could manage with that, yeah. But then if I'll show you what I'm on with. I think it's in miscellaneous. I'm sure there's an auto load back on. We don't need massive backs, but if I'm buying the Bachmann for £8,000, the auto load version, then I will have wasted 8,000 on that auto load version. When I'm also going to buy, is it? No, I don't suppose it is actually. Do you know something? Let's buy that for now. Yeah, and it isn't just bail loading, is it? It's anything. Right, so buy that for 8,000. Are we going to do... I think I like the rim colour, actually. Wheel set up. No, I like those. Ah, it did reset. That's alright then. Yeah, if I just show you, though, if we do get the TLX 2020, which I think we've already missed the boat, but if we do, or we get enough money, this is... Yeah, the back for the TLX 20, that's the one I put in today. The fuel tank, 3,000 litres by... I nearly had it then. Mack Trucker, I can't remember your numbers of Mack Trucker, but Mack Trucker, yeah, that's the one. Now, that's the same price as I normally pay for the standard ones of those, with that thing that is a stationary one. The beauty of that is if you run out of fuel, you can take that out and literally refuel things, and that's not a bad capacity. So I presume it also allows you to fill as a or do you just go to no, you probably go to the fuel depot and fill it and then take it. Yeah, that's true. And the other thing is you could get those super duper value containers from the... I'll show you what I'm going waffling on about. Let's one thing at a time though. Yeah, one thing at a time. Let's show you their super duper as well. Not a bad empty rate. Yeah, I'm sure the TLXs are in the MISC. Here they are. I'm sure there's an auto load now. Log it, yard it, box. These is, oh no, it's still the 2020. Bail it, pick up. Oh no, these are the big ones now, aren't they? The single cab. I could have sworn there was some auto load. Auto load. TLX Phoenix Series mod. TLX flatbed times 2. The TLX Phoenix or the TLX pulp trailer. This trailer is used to transport animals. Oh, okay. Oh, it's showing bales as well. There we go. No, that's the one. 4,500. And it does all of that lot. Now that's not bad. So 4,500. Let's have a look. How much will the TLX cost us even if we buy it brand new? That would have to be obviously a main... Is it still under trucks? I think it is. I think it's under cars. It is. It's under cars. You know it is. Right. I think it's not. It is quite reasonable. Hang on a minute. No, it is auto load. And it is a little bit cheeky with 5 tons, which would take 1 pallet. But it is, that is, yeah. Mind you, No, it's not really terribly believable, is it? Yeah, let's stick for something that is far more realistic. So the TLX20 is 28 grand. We don't need to go super duper. No, so 28,000 is the cheapest. Obviously, I'm not talking about now. Right, so that's what we're going with. Did I buy it? Yes, I did. Right, okay then. Let's get this sorted. Yes, I've tested this a lot, and I do find this very, very reasonable. And has been the most... I'm not saying I've never had any faults with it. I've had more faults, though, with the covered version of this, which I think was by another modder. That I have had, that devoured some... But that's with mixing things. So... not sure if this, you need to press the Z key. I think this was one of those, but I'm not sure if I've got the scripting mod on now that actually automatically does that. Wow, it's a novel dash. It's got one in, oh, and it's on the right. I'm gonna say it's just got your speedo on the front. Right, okay. So we are up to 82,217. We have an alternative means of Euro pallets. Yeah, it does do that right. Indicate. So we're down to our super duper tractor, which I do love. Does it even show you the indicators? Does it show the indicators on the right? No, it just, you can see them, but no, that surprises me. Okay. Right, let's crack on, really. Yeah, so this is our main vehicle for the minute for dragging this, yeah, our stuff over to the other one. There should be plenty. I tell you what we will do. Let's go and have a yeah, actually though, that's the furthest one. Let's go grab some pallets of wool, and we shall see how far along that is. Now the other thing is, are you not going to buy a better... I was going to think about the sales, if I'm honest. Yeah, really? Right, we need to get out and... so move that weight. It is a little bit in the way. Yeah, someone's dumped it. Obviously we have our diesel tank here, so I'm not worried about that, but I'm just thinking going forwards, I actually like the idea of a bit like the toolbox, that you can move things if you want. I do like the best of both worlds. It's quite... and no, I shouldn't have done that because I'm only going to drop this over here. Now that was the wall. The lower, no, it was lowered. Smashing. Right. Let's grab that. Let's look backwards. Realistically, yeah, this is slightly faster than the Deutz. It really is. Or I would, yeah, use the Deutz. I've only bought the... well, actually, no. We bought this because it is... this is going to be a cracking workhorse. It's up to 261 horsepower. Yeah, it's actually the most reasonable. Even beats the cases, which I can't recall a time when it was like that. Yeah, usually the cases have got the John Deere's beaten. This one actually is super duper. Right, let's go. Now then, let's see. Ooh, that is a point. Yeah, actually, yeah, we were going for semi-realism, so let's see. I'm not sure if the straps will stop this, actually. Well, I don't really think we need to worry about that. Not at all. Litres strapped in nicely without any auto load. Right, we're going to go down the other side. I think this is definitely going to suit these roads better. Truly, I am right though. I would like to buy a bigger, but we will manage with that for now. It is true, trailers are one of the most frequent things that's come on sale. You can guarantee when you're expecting one. That's the trouble is we've got time. We have. I keep saying this. Actually, in Stone Valley, I rushed to do something. I bought a new mower, and then actually, funny enough, in the sales, not that you can rely. I'm not for 1 minute saying that you should wait for the sales. What I'm saying is when you haven't got any necessity, when you've already got something that exists and you can make do, then make do for a while, because you never know, the perfect trailer could come up in the sales tomorrow morning. It is such a fantastic feature that I've seen it where it backfires because you rush things, and that is what I'm really saying. Not that you should wait, but don't rush it. No, we don't know that the farmer that owns that doesn't want those gates open like that. Yes. Yeah, this should make this turn a lot better than the Tatra. You can see this fits on this road far better, and that's what I'm saying. I did have the TLX 2020 because these roads always were narrow. But this shouldn't be. I mean, yeah, even it is a very, very narrow road. It really is. Right. Let's get ready. Let's see. Obviously, I'm wanting to sell that one, but I don't really want to be doing any more. See how are we doing. Yeah, halfway to just under, so 700. That's fine. We've got 26 tons of wool, which is 13. Yeah, there's enough to do 2 pallets there. Right, and what I'm going to do now is we're going to go back and we will. No need for us to be here at all. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be going down here really at any more than 30 miles an hour. They are a little bit nasty, if I'm honest. Although, yeah, I know you could go faster. But is it safe to travel 60 miles an hour down A roads? B roads, sorry. Yeah, it would be a B. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. Which is something that some drivers don't realise. Having met quite a few of them at quite stupendous speeds going round hairpin bends. Yeah. I did one day actually. There was a driver that was belting so fast down a side road that they actually went off the side of the road, and I'm like thinking, why would you go round a blind bend? That must have been 45-50 miles an hour. And then you've got this slippery. If you slip onto that grass there, trust me, as someone who's driven on the roads of Lincolnshire quite for many years on those side roads, they are slippery as anything. They really are. So it isn't sensible to do that. You are really seriously going to hurt yourself. Right. Anyway, enough. We did want to do one more, didn't we? 16 tons. We sped up, didn't we? Of course we did. Right. Let's fill this as well. We can switch the engine off and fill at the same time. The pump will just use a little bit of battery. Right, we need to swap those. Yeah, no, actually we can use the Kramer. Yeah, I think we have to go to the biogas, don't we? To one of those, that is a point. Ha ha ha. Yes, we have the technology. Ha ha ha. We can now move you. Ooh, that's not liking. Yeah, we're having a bit of a reaction from that. I do love this big bag winch. Right, let's fill that, take it, and then we're going to speed through till tomorrow morning. Yeah, I am a lot happier with the way things are now. Don't even... Whoa, wrong way. I do apologise, that was awful. That was a train wreck. That's about... That's not bad. Ooh, that is jostling. That does not like being close to the big bag winch, or it doesn't like being close to the fertiliser. I think one or the other. Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there is anything else that is 20-25 tonnes for a reasonable... Because some modern traders are really... I have just thought. I really have. I've had just one of those light bulb moments. I think they're about 9.5 grand. 30 to 40 tonnes with the extensions. Another 82 Studios one. The 20-foot gooseneck tipper trailer, which you can go 30... No, I don't want realistic. Oh, Gordon Bennett. 182 square metres. Basic 30 metres with the extension. I can't see us ever needing the ramps on that one unless it went... Yeah, let's go for bumper pull. Tension belts. Floor. Main colour design. I think, yeah. So that would be 11,250. I don't think you're going to beat that type of capacity for that type of money. But we shall see. Yeah, we shall. There are some super duper ones, and there's a lizard sometimes come up, but to be honest, I can't see that beating that. I really can't. Not bad. That was better. I still don't think it's a bad idea to actually put a mark on the floor so I can see where I'm going to. It's not beyond the realms of possibility that you could leave some sort of stone marker. I'm quite sure, in fact I know farmers do such things. Tyres and that I've seen as markers on many a place in Great Britain. So it's not like it doesn't happen. Right, I'm happy with that staying there, it's not going to hurt. It really isn't. Right, so everybody's fed and watered, and we have taken that. I'm quite happy. 8 o'clock. July, yeah, absolutely. September's my 9 o'clock in the morning start jobby. But of course, the only thing is, if you're already on 8 o'clock start and you do that 9 thing, it rushes through for 1 hour and then won't let you sleep for a bit. So probably it might be best to stick on. So how are we doing? It is 10 tonnes, but I don't know if it slows down for... Let's have a look. 81,194, 25 tonnes, water 9.6. Let's go and do that quickly. Wow. Wow. Let's go and check this. Yeah, 20 tonnes. Yeah, it is about 650, something like that, per day. 657, so that is about right. I've got plenty in both of those. There's no point. Now, I was going to stick another one of those in, wasn't I? I tell you what, we're going to wait until we've got another 25 odd tonnes, and we're going to take that, because then that's 12.5 tonnes, which is over a year's supply of wool. We have flickering on that. Right. Sales. Super duper baler. At a very good price. Although you can, yeah, it's a standard baler, so you can actually get those 12-ton ones. 12 tonnes, 12,000 ones. But yeah, if we were going to bale that bit of grass, we're not doing that yet. Right, so let's see. I would imagine our animals are almost now at that point where they are Probably fully grown. Ah, right, okay. I would say they must be full then. Yeah, we did just do that. Right. No, we didn't. Just sped through, remember. Yeah. Right, let's grab another, I think one. Then we're going to take this through to September. I'd say when we've got 25 tons, we should take that. And then we're going to have 3 of the Lords. I think, as I said, really what my grand master plan was to do that. I suppose the bottom line is, you know, people can always... I am doing my time things now for time lapses. Obviously this you can speed through, really, I understand, but I like to leave this as a record so that you can see what happened if you wish to. You could sort of... Right, so that's 10... Right, we were getting food. This is true. Right, let's go down like that and under the spout. Grass. Right, smashing, and we're going to go through to September morning. Yes, I do truly, this, yeah, if you can bear with me, I think things are going to change soon, truthfully, and I know I've been saying that a while, but yeah, things are big. I'm not so panicky now. I think we're almost there. Right, let's try and gauge this correctly. Say about there. Not quite. Well, yeah, I suppose it did work. Right. Right, okay then. Yeah, let's look at the animals. I think I'm not going to be far off. I think they are going to be almost, apart from that last set, which is a 14. They're 1 more month, I think. And they're adults, just turn adults. They're 50%. They're adults. And adults, smashing. So really, yeah, there's only 2 sets of not adults. One that's 50% through, so another 2 or 3 months. And right, let's go and have a quick look. No, I'm not expecting it. I just want to just keep my eye on it. 645. Let's have a look at the other production. It's not like we've got a lot. So if we look at fabric, I think this is this one. Yeah, we need to go that side, don't we? 20 tons. Fabric. 6. That can't mean 6. Can't. 6 on them both. That's not right. 645 on that one. And 2,792 on the other one, which is the other one. So yeah, that's not bad. So 600 on this one and 27 on that one. Right. September. And yeah, it's got to stay 8. So I'm not doing enough to make any time go for me to be able to go from 8 till 9. Well, I could do that, but then it won't let me sleep. Ooh. Wow. Also, it doesn't let you stick things in the middle. So that's 5, 10, 15, 25 tons. Excellent. Now, they remember now. The good thing is they don't actually disappear, which is quite amazing. Right, let's see if we can... I would like to see if we can auto-load this, just to see if it works. Imagine it's the Z key, or it might just do it as you... Oh, it's put 2 on straight away, so I would presume... Oh, it's not. see if it's the Z one. Okay. I'm intrigued. Ah, it said enable auto load. Why? I think it means Y on the keyboard. Enable auto load. It's not wide like that. Enable autoload 1. Select next tool. What on earth are you on about? Right, you know something. We have the big bag which we were aiming for realism, so let's... Yeah, let's... Now that was not what I was trying to do. No, it's because you're going to... Yeah, you need to be more gentle, that's what it is. It is, actually, I agree. Let's go a little bit further against that, yeah. I'm going to load this and... sales. We did, oh wow, they're grimy. Mag... And the little... Isn't that the one we bought at the beginning? No, switch that off. Wow, actually that's getting through more. I suppose there are more adults though, aren't there? It's nearly all adults. That's why I would like to do this in one hit. This, yeah, I'd like to streamline this rather than have to do 2 or 3 of these every day. Not, again, it's streamlining. It's wasting everybody's time, but also I've got to be careful of the money. So, yeah. And it's typical now that I've said about the sales, we aren't getting a single trailer. It is true, isn't it just true? Really is totally true. Right, okay then. Yeah, we'll do this first. This is more important than loading that up. And then I think we're going to take that over to the next one, place the next one, and then we're going to have 3. Obviously these are all going to hit at different times. I'm hoping though that there is a bit of an overlap with what we really need is to have 2 ready for the next April. I'm hoping that we have, because then we can hit the maximum price if we can do that. I'd imagine the other new one may well be up to that. Where are you going? You're getting the yeah, getting the wool in your head now, aren't you? You've not got that. Not this time. No, I think we need to straighten up a little bit more. Yeah, it's going to be 30 something tons, and we do need to do the water. Let's run and do that. We shall fill this, and we shall grab those, fill them up, run it over to the new one, and that's where we're going to leave it. I am, yeah, because it is, I would say we've probably had enough today, but I really do ask for your comments whether I should go through to next year or whether you would like me to show you doing this, because it just appears a little bit repetitive. I would like to do it because I think next year we're going to have enough. Obviously also we got the sales where we can. Ah, the toolbox I've not. Right, okay. Right, let's... Right, smashing. I don't know what... Yeah, actually, do you know, I'm quite happy that it is an autoing in a way. Wish I could see that a little bit better though. Should get the 2. Ah. Okay. Ah, now this is the point where you have got to be very careful about the big bag winch. Because if this grabs the trailer, you will know about it. Luckily for us, it didn't. So yeah, we need to pay a proper attention to real eyes now. It's not perfect, but it's, yeah, with game mechanics I'm not able to get it perfect. We can get things fairly good. Let's move that a little closer. Try and aim for the middle, which is about there. Can we get... Yeah, we should be able to get the other 2 in at a slight angle. They don't like being stacked on each other. That is the one thing I am going to say. Or do they? No, they don't. They don't like each other. Which is a fun thing to say. Oh, it really is. Right, let's take this across, build our 3rd one, drop these off into that, and then we are going to have 3 of those. So there is expansion going on when you think about it. That is 75,000 we've spent on our 3 productions. I would say when the first time we get 3 of those happen in 1 year, that is going to be a very, very rich. And also, yeah, we're going to be down to 50-odd thousands. I do think we need to take it through to next year, and then with the 3 of them, I think, yeah. Again, the other thing is, if one of them has 2 anyway, like I said, there should be an overlap. The one that's 2.7, although we do know it's a little slow. So yeah, it all depends on, if we get 2, I think that we're in for quite a lucrative time. If we've only got 1, then again, yeah. I think if we buy 1 more of the lots each year, the first, we should see. Do you know something? Stop sweating it. It is what it is. Yeah, we can all see it is actually beginning to work, and the adults, they're all adults now. We need to have a little bit of luck with, hopefully, a trailer. Did you? Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah. We will get a trailer 1 month, or we'll buy that H2 Studios one for 11,000. It's just I don't want to be... It is true what I was saying about frittering the money away. It's so easily done. And then you could miss a super duper sale where you even get that very mod for 5,000 or 6,000. It is possible. I'm not waiting for it, but... Right, so then. Yeah. Right next door. But with a bit of a gap, obviously. Yeah, I want to leave like a... Mind you, I don't think he'd let me place it too close if I'm honest, so... There you go again, if I'm honest. Right, okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it's going to be, the overlap is going to be Decided by how close we can place it. My life. That close? Right, okay then. And we need fabric wool. Activate. Close, activate. Fabric distributing. And close, spawning. Smashing. There we go. Right, now then, let's drop our wool off. 25 tons, which is a year's supply. 20, yeah, 20 tons it is. It's 10 tons. It slips to 2 for 1, so that's 10 tons of clothes. Wow, that was nice and quick. Perfect timing. It's just the time that I promised my wife I would make a cup of tea, so that's perfect. Yeah, absolutely spot on. We have 3 of those, all set going. 700 per one each day. So yeah, as I say, it really is. We can see it is working. It's just me being impatient. We've now got 3 of these, and yeah, you can see. I think we could easily get another 3 in here. And it's going to reach a point where our 500 sheep will only supply so many per year. If we've got 25, that's 250 tons, 250, 300 tons per year. Is that right? I think 10, yeah, it is. 300 tons per year. If each one of these takes 25, no, it's actually 20, but I would say 25 to be safe. That is 25, that is, oh wow, that is actually a lot. That is 4 per 100, so that's 12. So actually, wow, that is an awful lot of those. I am right. If we get a double then, and that is the capacity of our sheep, what we ought to do, I'd like to do this properly. I'd like to do this as you would, as in real life. If it was a business that you'd reach your capacity and then that's it. So what I'd like to do is, in that case, is probably, if that is, what we're going to do, yeah, you know something. We can't. Not yet. What we'll do, we will next month. I am right, because if we can take 25 tons and we're getting probably 2, mind you, I don't know how much. Yeah, we really need to do the test to see how much in one day. And also, I don't know about winter, whether it slows down or what. So we need to pay a bit more attention, really, to see if I'm right. It's no good basing statistics on that and buying 12 and then realising you can only feed 10. Yeah, we really need to try and gauge this properly. Anyway, yes, that is me done. That is another session done here. I think we're getting closer. I truly do. I am. Yeah, will you stop looking? You haven't gone through the months at all. Yeah, it is true. It's I think we are getting there. That's 3 of them. I think when we're up to 6, we could of course put another 2, but there's no point. We've not got enough wool to feed them. Each one of these has now got enough wool to supply it for a year. So yes, there's no need to put any more in. And it is true, if we can feed 6 or 7, then that would mean that obviously within a year you're going to get 7 things. Now then it is seriously going to bring in enough money to actually seriously start farming. And the first month or the first year that we get that overlap, you should technically, yeah, really every second or third should have that overlap. Especially if we're doing it where each one starts 1 month, there's going to be 2 or 3 that actually, when we're up to 6 or 7, that actually have 2, which then is a lot of money, especially if we're selling it in the best possible month. And I will do that. There's no point in us not doing it in that way, and I will figure this auto out. It used to be Z. I really don't understand why that has changed completely. It really has. Yeah, I just don't get it. B key. Right. Okay then. Looks like we've we found it. Why would that not appear earlier? Right, smashing. So it is. It's enabled now. That's the good thing. Right. Although, do I want to? That is true, you know. I don't. No. Right, so we've disabled auto load. We're going to do it ourselves. We are. This is ultra realistic, and let's just do that. It is a big enough trailer. It is to start with. I do actually like the bottom, and it's got me through a lot, to be honest. Yeah, especially I remember Bella. I love this. It was amazing. Terrible for bales, but yeah, amazing for a lot of other things. Anyway, that is me signing out. 53,676, an awful lot better than the 9 to 6,000 we were having at the beginning of this session. So yeah, healthy, and we have 3 of those. An awful lot of wool. 500 adult sheep. Yeah, actually the other thing is, yeah, on this I'm happy with 500, but I just want to show you a couple of things that were dropped today. In the animals, especially in the sheep section. I have literally loaded them. I mean, that's one that I loved. I did 2 of those back to back on Lone Oak. No I didn't. On Western Wilds. So that was 400. But there were a couple since that have actually dropped that are really quite large. No. 65, no. Same. 80. 250. It's a bigger one. I was going to say that one there. Goldcrest sheep pasture. I do like that. 450. I like that one more. But there were some others actually. 250 for 99. That's very good value. You could have 2 of those. I do like that. Extra lot sheep bar. Is that the one that loaded today? Wow. Sheep pasture. Sure, it was another one. No, it is that one, the sheep pasture extra large, and the 99,000 the sheep barn extra large. Not sure which one I like. Does that need water? That needs water. That one doesn't. So yeah, they might cost more. But 2 of those for 200,000. Not that. No, I'm not trying to place it. Yeah, sure there was another one. Perhaps I haven't ticked it, or perhaps it was one of those, truthfully. But yeah, there's an awful lot of sheep things. I do actually like the sheep now. I'm glad that we've done this one. For one thing, it's taught me a lot more about sheep. I tend to have stuck to cows almost completely through FS22. One other thing I'd like to do, and that is chickens. I keep threatening. There's only on the Bromback from the Lord that I actually did. I must stop doing that. I'll drive you all crazy. You know, in editing, when I'm doing this joggle thing, I drive myself crazy. Yeah, it is annoying. So let's just view that beautiful landscape and say thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope that you are going to continue with me on this. Please, any suggestions about the way to handle this? Although I have got to be honest, I don't think we're going to be doing this for much longer now. And I know I have said that, but I think we are now, truthfully, with 3 of those, getting very close to the point where if we get 3 of those drop in 1 year, 3 of those, which we should, then, or even if we get 2, that, like it did in that first year, we've got a lot of equipment. We do need a trailer, and that's about it. And then it's a matter of saving up, doing our thing where we can speed things up. I did say this a couple of sessions ago. It's about streamlining. It is a nice. Yeah, let's have a little look through the equipment, because I'm sure. Yeah, actually, I am being silly. That my favourite trailer of all, that is a little bit big. The carrot's not bad. 22.5 tons. Again, it is good, but we need something more like. Yes, 40 something tons. I'm thinking Adjuranti. That's not terribly expensive. It's a little bit slow on the unload, but you know you could leave the Deutz on it and actually just say unload and leave it, and then go grab it the other day. That's 30 tons. I thought it was slightly bigger than that, but no, they're not big enough. Yeah, the Adjuranti, I think, is 23,360, and it is 40 odd tons. So I think that is one possibility, truthfully. do think it probably represents best value for money. These others are... yeah, the Grimmies. There's a 31. I got this on special on my Lone Oak. It's a beaut, but yeah, it is more expensive for 35. Then, of course, there's the IT Runner Pack. That would be 25 plus would be 30,000 for a 40-something ton, and that also would do for many other things. I don't think that's a bad idea. Do you know, it's true, I'd forgotten about that. It is definitely true, I reckon. Also, no, we don't really need we've already got the water thing. Yeah, one of these 48 square metre jobbies, I think that would fill us every single day with in one go. That would do the trick. So I think, yeah, not looking for the special, but I am going to take my own advice. We are going to wait through the winter. We've got to go anyway. We've got all the means that we need of bringing the wool across. We'll place another one of these, I think. We've still got enough money to tide us over with our sheep until next April, I believe. It is April, isn't it? It is April, and also May is not much worse. So if it hits in April or May, or the very beginning of June, very beginning, you might just catch that before it drops. But I think April, May, yeah, either of those 2 months, if we get 2 or 3 in that, that's seriously going to help us. We can sit on that money whilst looking for sale items, or just, yeah, I mean, there's yeah, that is true. I mean, each month we've got the sales as well. I'm not going to rely on it, but we do need a little bit of luck. We can't pretend that we're just suddenly going to become millionaires overnight. As much as we're going to bring in a lot of money, yeah, harvesters aren't cheap. Neither are seeders. So there's a lot of equipment that we need. We've really got very little. We've only got loaders and, yeah, this. We will have the... Yeah, I think that's quite sensible, the 48 tonner. That's 32,000. So, yeah, it's all. The other thing is, let's stop waffling about it. Let's just put this plan into action. And also, yeah, this is our farm, as I've said so many times. So please, I am waiting for your suggestions too. Otherwise, I shall probably put my harebrained scheme into action, and you might see a better way to do things. So, on that note, please leave me a comment. I love to hear from you all. I'm going to say goodbye for now.